I want to begin with our eyes on two locations, and one of them is on the western islands of the southern archipelago. So not as far out as Vinga, but in the cluster of islands. This has less tourists than Vinga. This is more like little communities or houses and stuff like that. And it is exactly where we might see a small boat just out of sight of the islands, or just barely in sight of the islands. And in it are a woman who I think you will recognize as a particular kind of Swedish beauty that is not really a commercial or sort of celebrity beauty. She's very big. She looks like all of her muscles are there, and has, you know, a fair amount of body on those muscles. You know, so she's you know, tall and very clearly a native of this region of the world. So the name of the woman in the boat who is there with Johannes Beck is named Ulrika. And at the moment, she is getting ready to dive off of the boat into the water to swim. Now, I was a little bit curious regarding Johannes Beck. Out in a situation like this, what sort of clothes is he wearing? Is he more like Abe Sapiens, or is he more like, or is he wearing clothes?
No, I don't think he's wearing clothes.
Well, I don't think
if he's going for a swim.
Right. Yeah. And I don't think she will either. This is her getaway. This is her out of the city. And this is perfectly normal for the two of you. So she leaves the weather, the time is now. It is here. Yep. You know what the weather is like. It is the first time for the entire year of 2020 that somebody could go out in a boat like this and just jump off into the water, and it is perfect, right? Yep. So if we direct our attention to the neighborhood of Urgrita in Goteborg, and we go to an apartment which is big enough for two people. It's got plenty of different rooms. It has a bathroom that's sort of publicly available, as well as a bathroom in the bedroom. There's plenty of space. It's very clearly a couple's apartment that maybe they could even have their first child in. However, and Ola, check with me. This is my impression of your character. Tell me if I have the right idea. Yes. A certain amount of the apartment is not furnished. A certain amount of the apartment is bare or has boxes shoved against the walls.
There's like probably certain furniture like taken away. You can see almost the dust is still there.
You get the right idea, because on the refrigerator, of course, is the gold Yule card that you got from that you got from Sophia and Johan. Sophia and Johan sent you a very nice card for Yule. And it's still sitting there on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so...
Like...
Right.
Encapsulated pain.
All right. Well, what we have now is my image of you at the moment is that you are, for the first time, taking a look at a very interesting YouTube channel, which seems to be all about the cosmonaut, and even has video that you were not aware of. Apparently, somebody was able to get video of you doing some things in the suit that you didn't even know anybody was there, and that and it is a live presentation by the owner of this channel, whose name is Mike Bistrom. Mike is a big fan of the cosmonaut and the mystery of the cosmonaut. He is he's very excited about the fascinating phenomenon here in Goteborg. And so people are typing in their responses as he is presenting these videos, and of course a number of people are like, "Get out of here, you bullshit artists, those are obviously fake," and it's old Soviet footage, who cares what you're, get that shit out of here. And and other people are, and he's ready to take some people to call and share screens, with people calling in. So it's going on live. So I'm thinking that perhaps Carl is sitting there, a little bit interested in what on earth am I looking at. So
I think what I think I'm actually doing. I'm interested, but my interest is mainly in the dates where he is supposedly had seen and photographed this, because I'm picking up my teacher's filofax.
Yeah.
It's like a teacher's calendar that I have, because I've noted with small symbols the dates that I actually myself know that the suit has been wearing me.
Yeah.
And I'm double checking. I'm really quickly checking the dates, so he hasn't caught me on camera on a day where I didn't know myself I was in the suit.
That's a very good point. And fortunately for your peace of mind, every one of these corresponds. And there are times when you were active and you noted it that they obviously don't know about. So it's not like every single time you do this, they catch it.
No.
So, but you're saying, wait a minute, this looks kind of legit. This looks kind of legitimate. That is what is happening for both of you. Now, one of the people that comes on to speak, and Mika switches to screen sharing so everybody can see her, and she looks like a woman who's a little bit older. She looks as though she has had a tough life, maybe has been, as we say in English, around the block a couple of times. And she is saying, somebody is saying, "What are you trying to tell us? That there's a hero or something?" And she talks about how she had been partying along the harbor, and that there was a concert. That thing in the concert that's like a big frame, that famous thing, big that they have concerts under, right? I forgot what it's called. But she was at one of those concerts, and that she had been.
You mean Eriksbergskranen?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, and so I've been doing my research. And the point is that at this concert that she had been almost assaulted by some guys, and that the cosmonaut had appeared right in the middle of the most trippy possible solo from the band. And the cosmonaut had scattered all of them in this astonishing display that left her hallucinating for days. And she says that it was really profound, that she had decided that she would go into rehabilitation for her drug problem, and that she thinks about the cosmonaut with great love, and says, "I don't care what anybody says out there, he's a hero to me."
I like take my hands to the keyboard and then take them away.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so the situation with Johannes, I'm a little bit interested. So at the moment you're in your happy spot. You are meters and meters and meters below the surface, and you can look up and see this woman that you're close to. She is floating in perfect peace on the surface. And what is it like? What are you going to do in this happy place of yours?
I think what I'm doing here is just trying to. I mean, I'm just forgetting the world for a moment. Mm-hmm. I think. So we don't do much. The next scene is probably just in the boat, having a chat.
I think a little bit later is when you are on one of those little teeny tiny rocks that's on the side of an island. And that she is taking out the folding Velcro package that you unfold, and then there's the thermos with the coffee, and then there's... So actually, no, it's not coffee. It's the afternoon. She has brought Earl and oil. Right? A perfect combination. You don't really get it like this back in the city.
Yeah.
So this was smoked out here in one of the smokehouses. And so she stopped off and got that, brought it along. And so the two of you are, stripping the waxy meat off the skin and drinking your beer. And so and she is telling you about the latest cool thing that has been spotted around Goteborg. There's some kind of creature in the water, and it appears in the in all big cities of this kind. There are actually rivers and streams under the streets, and sometimes you'll go across a bridge and see the water. And if you don't think about it, you never think about like where it came from and where it goes, and that there's really an old river right there. Well, in places like that, people are seeing this being who is this bright golden yellow. And it's actually very frightening looking. It's got these googly eyes, and it's sinister, right? People are terrified by it.
Okay.
And so they are she's sure it's real, of course. This is exciting to her. I mean, she found you after all.
Exactly.
And so but still, that's the latest thing that's going around, and in her cryptozoology, friends are excited about this. Now,
but no, continue.
Okay. So the only other thing I want to ask you is what sorts of personal investigations and proactive things would either of you do before your upcoming meeting? Where did that go? Oh shit! I didn't print that one out. The meeting place, the bar, the restaurant you go to.
Flygans Haga.
Yeah, Flygans Haga. And so you're due for one of those meetings sooner rather than later. So I'm interested in what you would have done. If you look at your skills and you look at your powers, there are things you would use just to investigate and be aware of things you are interested in. So tell me where your interest has been.
I mean, I would like to just try to take a round and see if I can find any rumors about this golden thing that she told me about.
Will you swim the harbors and through the weird rivers of Goteborg?
Yes. Okay. See if I can pick up a scent.
Excellent. Okay, so you have that awareness, correct?
I have no idea. Let's see
that sheet.
I'm looking. Awareness, yes.
What does it say there?
I have an abstract metaphysical.
Right.
0 endurance, 30 points.
Mm-hmm. And that is fairly local. You actually have to go into an area and investigate for that.
Yep.